play legal in your mind? The Ravens are suggesting perhaps that he wasn't. I mean, was it designed with that loophole, as Justin told me after the game?
No, you know, the big thing is I'm just going to stay on this week. You know, it's one of those deals where every single thing that we do, just so that you guys know, we check with the officials before the game. So from a video standpoint, they see it, everybody sees it, and it's that's where I'll go with that.
Well, one thing from last week that bled into this week was Marquette King is punting, and then you bring in a practice squad. Where are you with Marquette as far as how he's performing, and did you bring in Colby to, you know, to compete with him?
You know, the biggest thing is I'm a fixed versus fault guy. So, and that's the same way with all of our players. Marquette's, you know, he didn't have a great game. He's fixing it this week. Colby's a great talent that came in for a workout that we signed, and he's working on the game plan as well as Marquette is. And we're just moving forward to Kansas City.
How do you stop a guy like Tyreek Hill in a return game?
You execute your game plan. You know, you really do. You have to execute your game plan, and that comes down to a lot of tackling, and, you know, comes down to a leverage game. You know, you win with leverage football. And the big thing is we just have to execute what we got going right now, and we'll have a good night on Monday. If not, you know, he'll have a big day.
What would be the thought process to putting the ball in his hands?
The thought process is number one, you got to get the punt off. Okay, so they're actually, you know, everybody's going to put pressure on you. Dave does a great job. I think he's one of the best special teams coaches in this league. Every week you play against great schemes. So number one, you got to get the ball off. You always want to try and keep the ball to edges, things like that. You want to match hang with distance, where you get in trouble. You get a long ball on a guy like this, and he's got a ton of room to make a play. So you just have to match up your game plan with controlling that player.
Joe Jones has had some pretty big plays on special teams. What have you seen from him so far this season?
True pro. You know, if you watch after practice every single day, he always gets extra reps. Every single thing he does and all the stuff that he executes it once again after practice. He does it in practice. He does it before practice. I love how he is in the meeting room. It's contagious around him. You know, everybody's taking notes, so I think he's been a great pro, and I think it's really paid off on the rectangle.
How did Deshaun do with his decision-making on the punt returns?
You know, I thought Deshaun did a good job. You know, he's going to get challenged again this week. You know, Pac's going to get challenged again. Phillip's going to get challenged again. So it's one of those deals where Dustin Colquitt's a heck of a player. So you get tested every single week. Again, yesterday's yesterday. You know, it beats you to the grave, and you just sit and wait for it. But you got to move on to the next day. But I really like what Deshaun did. The biggest thing I like is I loved his composure. You know, he played like a vet. It was no big deal. You know, we wanted to play with two returners back there. We lost Phil Phil got ejected, and Deshaun took it all over, so it was good.
Tough losing Jake. It happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Covering.
Yeah, I won't talk about injuries, but it's tough. It's tough losing Jake. You know, when it happens, how it happens, things like that. You know, you can't really talk about that in this league, but it's one of those deals where it's a huge loss. He's a great pro. He loves football. I love Jake. This football team loves Jake. How he acts as a man. You know, if my boys can be that guy, you know, 10 years from now, I'll be a pretty proud dad.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.